everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to do the loop stitch because I'm currently designing a project here which is going to be released on my website soon, which incorporates the loop stitch and also incorporates the broomstick lace technique as well, which I'm also going to do a video on as well. But to do the loop stitch, which creates these lovely little loops here, what we do is you put your stitch, you put your hook into the next stitch as normal. And what we need to do is we need to wrap the yarn around something, and a lot of patterns suggest to wrap it around a big knitting needle or something like that, but I find that actually more fiddly. I actually find it easier to use my finger, but you do need to make sure once you get used to it and you get into a rhythm, you will find that the loops end up the same size. But I'm going to teach you how to do it around your finger, and what I do is I hold the yarn normally, so I get a little bit of tension there as normal, as if crocheting normally, and then I just wrap my finger underneath the yarn like that. So my hook has gone through my next stitch as normal, and here's my yarn I'm working with. I'm just going to wrap my finger underneath like that. I don't know how easy this is going to be to show you on camera. And then what you need to do is you need to put your hook around to the right of the yarn, around there, and you need to grab the other side of the yarn. So you need to go underneath your finger and grab this piece of yarn. And then what I then do is as I bring it round, I move my finger down, I just push it over, and I find that helps this, when I drag this piece of yarn over, it helps it to go over the top there. And then you bring that piece of yarn, so then I move these fingers over to hold the project, I bring that piece of yarn through the stitch. Then to secure into place, we then just yarn over as normal. You can let go and do a single crochet, finish your single crochet as normal, and you can see that has created a loop, and it's ended up being bigger than my other ones because I'm doing it on camera. So it's a bit harder, but I'll show you again how to do that. So you go into your stitch as normal, and then what I do is I just wrap my finger underneath the yarn, and then I put my hook to the right of it, and I need to put my hook over that piece of yarn underneath my finger, and then I need to grab yarn over again, basically, so I need to grab that piece of yarn, and then I move my finger down or over to help that piece of yarn get out of the way of this piece here, and then I just, oh, see, it's popped open. It's very fiddly. Even for me, this is really fiddly. So if you're new to crochet, I wouldn't recommend doing this just yet, but never say never. So put your finger underneath and put your hook to the right of your finger. Then you put your hook underneath your finger and grab the yarn again. Then bring that yarn over whilst moving your finger down. So underneath, to the right, underneath the finger, grab the yarn, and then pull your finger down, and try not to hold on too tight, which is that makes it pop undone, which you've seen a couple of times me do. And then you just bring that piece of yarn, your new bit of yarn, through your stitch, and then you can let go if you want to. You yarn over and finish your single crochet, and that holds it into place like so. And there's your couple of loop stitches, which have actually ended up the same size. So they're that size when I do it off camera, they're that size when I do it on camera. But you will, the more you get used to doing it, you'll end up finding that the loops end up the same size. So the next one, again, we go into the next stitch as normal, and then we put our finger underneath the yarn and put our hook to the right over that piece of yarn underneath our finger, then grab our yarn, and then just curl our finger inwards towards our hand, and again not making it too tight. So underneath, to the right, underneath the finger, let go a little bit with these fingers so it's looser, and then move your finger down so that comes over the top of this bit nice and easy, and then bring that piece of yarn through your stitch, then you can let go and just finish your single crochet as normal. Okay, and there's your finished loop stitch. And do that one more time. So we go into the next stitch, finger underneath, to the right underneath, grab the yarn, twist your finger down towards your hand, loosen it up here so this yarn is nice and loose, and then bring that piece of yarn through your loop, through your stitch rather, and then stretch your finger out to get that loop out of the way, and then just yarn over and finish your single crochet. And there's your loop stitch. And then you just carry along to the end, just doing the same technique. Because I found that leaving the finger there made it harder. I found it all got twisted up there, so just moving the finger down allows you to just bring that yarn through without it getting twisted with any other yarn. Excellent. And eventually you get into a bit of a rhythm, just hooking under, then doing this with your finger, hooking under, down, up, hooking under, down, up, and you get into a little bit of a rhythm, and you'll find that they should all end up the same size when you're doing them all the same way. So there we go. I'm going to have to undo these and do them off camera so that they're the same size as these ones. They seem to be bigger on camera. So there we go, that's how you do the loop stitch with your finger. I hope you found that useful, and join me in my next video. I'm going to show you how to do the broomstick lace technique as well, which uses the loop stitch.